Hey, hello, folks. How we doing? How we doing? It's 7 o'clock, which means it's time, conveniently, for the 7 o'clock show. So, hope you're all losing the old gadgets again, because I've got my special guest on tonight, Mike McClean, which means I'm doing all this from my laptop. And as you know, those people who watch me regularly, once doing it on anything other than my phone, I cock it up. So, let's just see exactly how this works. I'm hoping this is in sync with my phone. It is so far. That's great news. Synced up. So now, and I'm seeing your comments, Jazz. Hello, Jazz. It's all working. I can't believe it. I'm excited. Exciting times. Jazz, first one. You win again, Jazz, being the first one on. How you doing? You all right? Hope you're well. The only one on so far. I think it's because I've got a guest on. I think it's got Mike McClean on. It's put the kibosh in, and then people said, no, I don't want to tune in and see him. You know what I mean? But you're right, Mike. Mike's a good mate of mine. We've been, I don't know how many years we've been friends now. We'll talk about that when he comes on, actually. So, yeah, but so far, Jazz, you are no people watching. What am I talking about? It's just people haven't started to me yet. I say, oh, Bill, hello, Bill, you're right. You started streaming now. Hello, Bill. Hello, Paul. How you going? You're right. Oh, and hello, Julie. Hello, Trace. Turn off my notifications on my phone. I always do that, don't I? Such an amateur. Such an amateur. Get that sorted out. Hang on a minute. Do not disturb. Get that out of the way. Turn on. Hope you're all coming in. Yeah, so I seem to have got this nailed now, folks. Not only am I doing it from the laptop, it's also synced to my phone, and I can see your comments anyway, so I don't even need the phone on. Hello, Natalie. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Becky. How you doing? Exciting times. So we're gonna have some. I'll tell you what, tonight's gonna be a great Friday night. All right. I mean, I had Chloe, obviously. Hello, Julie. Chloe was obviously my first guest the other day. She did a great job. But tonight, I've got a fellow comic coming on, the great Mike McClean. Now, let me a bit of background as to who Mike is. So, Mike McClean, when did we first see Mike? Back in the late 90s, when The Big Breakfast was a big deal. The very, with Chris Evans and all that. What's her name? Gabby Roslin. When it was a big deal. Mike was there, and Mike was the guy. You might remember, they used to have a guy, a young lad, who went out round council estates or whatever, knocking on doors. People answered, give them TVs. Remember that? But it was Mike. Yes, you've wondered, haven't you? That was the man. That was Mike McClean. Then he went on to be on Richard and Judy, with Richard and Judy, and then you'll see him and you'll think, hang on a minute, I know this bloke from somewhere else. And where you know him from is what's his name? David Brent, Live on the Road. Mike was the guy who interviews him when he goes to, I think it's a club in Watford. He does his play. Michael just firm all these things up for me. Mike's the guy who interviews him. So if you look at him thinking, I know him from not prison, that's where it is. So yeah, so we got him. Other than that, we got the usual stuff. As you know, the poem today ends as requested by Ian Smith. Hello, Ozzy, you made it on time tonight. Good man. So Ian Smith requested Friends last night, so I've done a poem. It's quite an epic. It's quite a long one actually, because I thought Friends deserved a long poem. So I'll be doing that later, and obviously the usual quizzes and whatever. So I'm just waiting until we get a few more on board, then I'll invite Mike on. In fact, you know what? Sod it. I'm going to invite him on now. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to see if this works seamlessly. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Mike McClean. Here he is. Here he is.
Brilliant.
That was seamless. But well, that's seamless, isn't it? Literally, I said, welcome to the studio, Mike McClean.
I'm good, my friend. I'm good, Jay. How are you?
How are you? Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. You're looking a bit sort of like Statham. You're looking a bit Jason Statham's dad. You're looking good, mate. Hey, how you been? How you holding up during this?
It's not like you to make me laugh or be funny.
So I made to make anybody laugh.
Just I think like everybody else in the country, just sort of arguing with your other half, painting every room as available. I'm painting the kids now. I've run out of rooms. I'm painting the kids. So
you never run out of kids.
No. We're busy making some more. Well, trying. But just the same as everybody else, just bored and want to get out there. You know, I've never taken rubbish out in my life. With a thing the other day, it's called a washing machine. I didn't even realise what that was. I'm unloading and loading that now. I know. So
it's weird, isn't it?
I'm doing things I've just never ever done before.
Oh, good man. And so you've moved in. Just a bit background. You've moved in your new house, haven't you? You were lucky, actually, weren't you? Because you moved in before we went into lockdown. Otherwise,
we literally did. Yeah, we sort of sold up, and then we moved into our new house, and then within a week they literally did the lockdown, and had it been a week late, we would have just been, in a flat, and it was just. I reckon now I would have been putting Kate's body in a wall, if I'm honest, if we'd have still been in the flat.
Yeah, and if you can keep your sexual practices off the show, mate, it's only 7 o'clock.
Oh,
so
sorry.
there's children
sorry.
watching. It's
Nobody's watching.
so you were involved. You were involved in the Keep You Uppies, weren't you, Mike? And what happened, mate? Because you were representing. Was it Russia?
Yeah, failed a drugs test. No, I played Kevin Orlott, who used to play for me. You know Kevin Orlott.
Yeah. Ex-Man City, right?
Yeah. He asked me to play in a game last year, and I did do. And I pulled my Achilles, and it's been the worst injury I've ever had, Gerry. Like literally, it's been over a year now, and I once I get to about 60, 70 keepy uppies, my leg just tightens up. So I'm absolutely. My lad, bless him, he wanted to take over for me, but he's crap. So, he's crap.
You could have got him in, mate.
But I watched you, mate. You've got some little keepy uppies on you. I mean,
Yeah,
and there was some
thanks.
Great players on it.
The thing is, I'll tell you what, true story, right? When I set it all up, I honestly thought, I thought, right, I can't win this. I thought it'd be embarrassing. It'd be embarrassing if I win it. I thought, you know what I mean? So I was, at that time, I was doing about 80 odd. And I'm thinking, I'm going to win this, but it's going to be embarrassing. So I'm probably going to have to take a dive, you know what I mean, later on. So, of course, we started that first round, didn't we? And I think the first round I got about 79. I think the top bloke in the first round was about 350, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at sort of 79, I was in the bottom 8 or whatever. I think you got around about similar sort of score.
Mate, I think I bailed out at 60 something. I was like,
something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought I was, honestly, I just thought I was top boy, but no, didn't work out that way, did it?
No, I'd seen the way you were doing it, and I knew that you weren't top boy. So.
So tell me, mate, what's going to happen. So, Lauren, in fact, let me tell the people for a little bit. So Mike and I, and another, well, as me, myself, Mike, because I sound like Beyonce, me, Mike, Ryan McDonald. We used to have a thing called Slack Men, didn't we? A little sort of podcast. There was sort of an homage to, the Loose Women and Slack Men. So anyway, if you get the chance, people, hello Daniel, hello Waste. If you get the chance, search Slack Men, right? Have a listen. It was great, wasn't it, mate? It was great.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and it was a nice little thing that we did, and it was in a nice little studio in your friend's studio, which was an old BBC one, if I remember rightly. It bought from the BBC to do, and the chemistry was lovely. We all had our part to play, and it was good.
Yeah, it was good fun. So what we're going to do is we're hoping to get Ryan involved, and we're hoping either to do Slackmen like this, right, in this sort of format, or another friend of ours, Tony Morasi. We've got another podcast online called Three Wise Dads, which we're working on, and we'll try and do that from here as well. So all you guys who are watching this now, please look out for that. That'll be something that should be pretty good, I think. Should be pretty good.
Yeah.
So Mike, you're big on Panto, aren't you? But you think this year, if it does happen, what are you going to do?
I don't know, mate, to be honest, it's funny. I was chatting to Paul Henry today, a really big Panto producer, and he thinks it won't happen. And it'll be the first time in ever that, if there's no Panto on at Christmas, it'll be the first time. Kate, my other half, works in the medical profession, the pharmaceutical. She seems to think that by October, November, as long as we don't stay and there's not a second, second run of this, then a second wave, like you say, we should be all right. But I think we had only just shut down our country a little bit earlier. I mean, in Australia, her friend in Australia was telling us they're all back to school and back up
because
and running.
They went early.
Yeah,
because they shut down early. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the second one. I'm worried about the second wave because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Especially for you, I'm worried because it does affect the elderly, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
The thing is, mate, people are looking at this and they're confused now. Do you know what I mean? Because you just made that joke about the elderly, which implies that I'm older than you, which I am, obviously. But they're looking at us and they're very confused. They're very confused by what you've just said. You know what I mean? I think, hang on a minute, surely not. As it happens,
they can see it. Don't give me that black doesn't crack rubbish, Gerry, because white stays great, okay?
White looks shy. I think that's the. I don't make the rules, Mike. I don't make the rules, mate.
I'm
listen.
Spanish. I'm half.
Of course, you'd like to talk about that. Mike is half Spanish, half Irish. Unfortunately, he gets his temper from his Spanish and his colouring from the Irish. So that's just the way it goes.
Write that down. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good or bad, is it, actually? He'll have yeah, he loves to nick my stuff. Listen, Mike, your book. Talk to me about your book, because I don't want you to go without talking about your
Gerry,
book.
I don't know what you're on about. This one.
Oh, that one, mate. Yeah. Oh, it's entirely. Oh, I remember him. No one does. Doesn't matter. Go on, tell me about it, Mike. Sell your book. Flog your book.
I just want to say, right, that every penny that, if I can sell any of the books tonight, that, you know, everybody's doing things for the NHS and giving the money to the NHS. Well, every penny that I get from a book sale tonight isn't going to the NHS. It's going towards my holiday fund. Because I think, you know, it was something I did. I worked with Larry Lamb and I'd read his autobiography, and he said, "Oh, you should do yours." And I was like, "Oh no, I can't be bothered." And then I was on a ship, and you know what it's like. You've got a lot of downtime on a ship when you're doing 2 gigs. And I thought, right, I'm going to start writing it. And I started writing it, and it took I think it took about a year. And I had Joe Lake, who wrote Paul Lake's book, and it's like one of the top 10 best books. She sort of went through the spelling and grammar and sort of tidied up and edited it. And then I got in touch with a couple of publishers, and one of them, she said, "Yeah, I'll take it on board, FCM Publishing." And it's just that. It's just, you know what? It's just about a lad that's come from Manchester that's done all right for himself in the world of TV, and it's got some nice stories in there. It's got some. It's funny. It's easy to read. And it's doing well, actually. I didn't think it'd do well, but it's done well. I've sold, God, 5, 6. No, it's done well. It's done all right, actually. It's done well.
Yeah, I bought one of them. But,
I gave you one.
Yeah, it's in the toilet.
And you've not read it. You've just looked for your name.
That's exactly what I did. When soon as you told me my name was in it, literally, I was like, and I got there, and you spelled it wrong. And yeah, I found it. You spelled it wrong.
Did I? That's the publisher. I can only apologise.
Mate, I'm suing. Oh, look out, John Ryan's here. Hi, fellas. Black man with black background, white man with white background. I see what you did there. Yeah, we planned that very carefully, actually, John. He'll be nicking that.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, I've got to be quick because I'm on his show soon.
Yeah. Yeah, John, when is your... Actually, no. Plug. You can plug your show if you want, John. You can write in the comments if you want to plug your show. I think maybe if you've got one coming up later, by all means. Hello, Steve. Hello, Pete. Hello, Darren Snatchfold. The man with the funniest name in publishing. I used to work, when I worked at the Mirror, Daily Mirror, or the Mirror Group, I used to work with a guy called Darren Snatch. He won't mind me saying, because that is his name, Darren Snatchfold. That is his name. But he's a good lad.
It's a great name, isn't it? I love the name, Darren.
Martin Davis is on as well. That's Sober is Fun. Give him a wave. He's on.
Yeah. Martin, yeah. He's one of the nicest guys, isn't he, Martin?
Lovely bloke.
And he's done so well. I know if you're watching Martin, he's the man that he's got a book in him. And I'd love to read his book when he gets to writing, because what he's done with his life, you can only applaud. Because, and I don't know if he'd mind saying it, he's had a bad time. He went to rehab, and he's just turned his life around. And I'm a massive fan of him. And I keep saying to him, he's got to get that book written. So if you are, Martin, you need to get that book written, mate, because it'd be a great book.
You should, definitely. Do you know what? I think I'll get him on in next, actually. Now I come to think about it.
It'd be a great guest, Gerry. Great guest.
Yeah. Right, Mikey, listen, mate. You've been real. You've been a treat. You've been a pleasure. Hope everyone who's been watching has enjoyed Mike. It's Mike McClean, Mike MC Clean, Squeaky. Find him. Find his book. Follow him. He does shows and all sorts. Right. So listen,
Thank
Mike.
you for having me on, Gerry.
Loads, buddy. All right. Yeah. See you soon, mate. Thanks for coming. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, mate. Right, folks. So that was Mike McClean. Everybody, hope you enjoyed that. Lovely fella, great friend of mine, a very funny man. If you get a chance, watch him live. Right, he's a very funny guy. So, how are we doing, people? We all good? You're all on board? I've got all the comments here. I'm really excited because it's almost working 100%. The comments are slightly behind. So Mike got the same glass as me. Chloe just wrote, and that's not. Where is that? See, I don't know with the phone's behind it, but it doesn't matter because your comments are in. So the phone's probably a little bit behind. But yeah. Did you enjoy? I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to do more of that. Going to get more people on. Did any of you recognise Mike from back in the day? Actually, Mike and I, honestly, we've got so many stories. Couldn't tell on here, but we've had some great fun in comedy. We really have had a lot of laughs. So Shall we do a competition? I haven't actually said hello to you, really. I'd like to say hello to you lot, really. Paul, Melanie, Martin, John Carter's on. Hello, Caroline. Sarah Lou, I bet's on. I know Jazz is on. Ellie Fant's back. I never did get to the bottom of your name, Ellie. Who else? Who have I missed? Ozzy, I know Ozzy's on. I know Paul Clark. There's quite a few of you on board tonight, and it's good stuff, good stuff. I don't know what Mike's talking about the glasses. Who else is on? Tracy and Chloe, all regulars. It's nice to see your loyal following. I love that. I love you all. You're fantastic. Sorry about this. You've got this StreamYard thing going across here, haven't you? Sorry, that's because I'm not paying for it. Who knows? Maybe I will eventually. But everything, you've got to pay for everything, haven't you? Even Facebook sent me a bill the other day. Sent me a bill for advertising. I haven't advertised anything. See, other person, it looks like you're talking to yourself. What? Gerry, no bloody person. Oh, is that true? Could you not see Mike? He's gone now, Caroline. Right. Someone tell me. Someone's just said no one can see the other person, but I think she doesn't realise he's gone. When he was on, you could tell me you could see him. Yeah, tell me you could see him. Anyway, confirm that for me, because otherwise it means that would have been terrible. But just like I'm talking to myself, that would have been awful. So anyway, I'm not anymore. I'm talking to you now. I'm talking to you, lovely people. And I think it's time we did a competition. What should we do first? Let's do the. I haven't even done a Who Am I tonight. Oh no. I haven't actually even done a Who Am I? Can't believe it. Been so busy. I'm sorry. I haven't done one. Yeah, Kim, sorry. Couldn't see or hear anything. Russell couldn't see or hear anything. Jazz could. Some after you could, after you couldn't. You couldn't see anything either. I think I must be. It's weird. I don't know what to say. Mags, my sister, big sissy's on. Hello, my darling. How are you? You'll be in time for the next excerpt from the book. I don't think you're in the next bit. Oh, sorry. If you couldn't see, I'm intrigued. Half you could see, half you couldn't. Well, I say half. A couple of you couldn't see, it would seem, but Chloe definitely could see. Jazz could see. Natalie, I don't know. Those of you who couldn't. Mystery. I could on StreamYard. I'm broadcasting from StreamYard, but you should be able to see it from my page. So I don't know. I'm a bit confused about that. Mind you, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I wonder if it's because I've got my phone on. If I just, I'm loath to do this, but if I finish on the phone, finish there, you could on Fab Swingers. This is in sync with my phone. Whoops, shut up. So far, that's great news. Shut up. Synced up. So now, and I'm seeing your comments, Jazz. Hello, Jazz. Right, ignore that. I'm just testing stuff out. You can all just double check that you can all see me on here now. Just let me know. Need to refresh it when you go live. What, on here or on the phone? Thanks for that, Chloe. Good shout. See, I need this help. You know how bad I am with all this stuff. And this is the sort of thing I need to know. Do you mean when I go, you mean I need to refresh it on here, presumably, dear? So much to learn, isn't there? So much to know. What's Jazz saying? You can all see me now. Right. Has anything changed from just now? Because I just came off the phone. Anything changed? No, it's all good, I think. Oh, no, I think a couple of you just don't know what you're talking about. Don't. Shut up, Chloe. Get out. I'm not having it. Not having it. All Max has said something. I'll catch that in a minute. That's what she's saying. I'll catch her in a minute. Oh, dear. See, it's all weird, isn't it? It's technology business. But let's do one of the quizzes while it's all sorting itself out. Here we go. I'm going to do the film. Let's do the film first. Right, I'm going to do the film first. Here we go. Here's the film. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jaden Smith. Sam West. Northwest. Knox and Vivian Jolie Pitt. Prince George. What's the film? I'll do it again. By the way, are you hearing that little notification beep? That's just out of interest. And if so, is it annoying? I couldn't see him first of all, and I refreshed the page and you can see, maybe, so you need to refresh your page, I guess. Maybe guest comes on, maybe. Anyway, let's do the film again. Jaden Smith, Sam West, Northwest, Knox and Vivian Jolie Pitt, Prince George. What film, guys? What film? Now, bearing in mind, I'm doing this on the PC, so your answer, I don't know if it's going to come over straight away. I'm not sure. But that's the film. What is it? What's the film? You're looking like young Billy Ocean today. Don't think I like that, Anthony. To be honest, of all the lookalikes I've had, I'm not sure young Billy Ocean. You did say young, to be fair. I'll give you that. I'm not sure young Billy Ocean's really the look I'm going for, Anthony. We'll have to have words, son. Young Billy Ocean, my ass. Oh, I wanted to. Where's my phone gone? I wanted to play you something, right? That I heard earlier, and I thought it was hilarious. Hopefully, it'll work because it's. In fact, I could probably just tell you. I'll tell you. Sorry. Did you hear about the date? It was a Tinder date. This woman was having a date on the up the Shard, right? No silly jokes about being taken up the Shard and the Shards. Anyway, she went up there, and apparently she'd had a really rough day, so she decided to order herself a bottle of wine just to be starved with. She ordered quite an expensive, but it's 50 quid, this bottle of wine. It may not be expensive to you lot, but to me, that's an expensive bottle of plonk. So anyway, she ordered this 50 quid bottle of wine, had a couple of drinks. Then the bloke turns up. Long story short, they ended up having 3 bottles of this wine. Fine, no worries there. Then the bill comes in. Bill, 15 grand. £15,000. 15 grand. She'd misread. She didn't have her glasses on. It wasn't 50 quid a bottle. It was £5,000 a bottle. She talked to the staff and she was like, why didn't you warn me? They said, well, we wouldn't because we have millionaires here and it would be insulting to feel that we have to warn them about how much a bottle is. What a story. So someone said she should have run off. She's in the Shard, you twat. Can you imagine trying to run away without paying your bill in the Shard? She's about 80 floors up. Can you imagine? What would you do though? And by the way, don't order £50 bottles of wine. And if you know me, you lot, don't be showing off for your £50 bottles. But 5 grand. How's a bottle of wine worth 5 grand, by the way? That's offensive to me. Don't be moaning to me about people starving if you're drinking bottles of wine that are 50 notes. By the way, has anyone guessed the film yet? Or are you just not? Are you guessing? Because I'm saying it because it's not popping up on my comments. So I'm a bit worried. The comments doing the washing up. Oh, the comments are coming through. Who's doing the washing up, Trace? What are you talking about? So you're struggling with the film? Is no one even having to get you struggling with the film? You must be, because you're not guessing, are you? Shall I do it again? Jaden, right. Just think. I'll give you a clue. Paul's having a nightmare. Is that the film? I'll give you a clue. Just think what these names I'm going to give you. Think what they all have in common, right? So I'm going to say them again. Jaden Smith. Do you know who he is? Sam West and Northwest. Do you know who they are? Who their parents are? Knox and Vivian Jolie Pitt. You definitely know who their parents are. Prince George. What do they all have in common? Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah, I see, Trace. No, IT. Oh, you have an IT issues, are you, Paul? So one of those Friday nights. So anyone getting nearer the film? Well, yeah, they are that. It's not a film, though, is it, Paul? But you're sort of along the right lines there. Right lines there. I'm trying to think who else I could throw in to give you a clue. You could throw in Donald Trump's kids into that when they were much younger. You could. Who else? Who else would you, I suppose? Oh, God. So many of them. Tom Cruise's kids. No, Almost Famous. Good shout, but no. Was that Toro Loco Little's finest? Less than 50 grand. Rich kids, think of the film. So they're all kids, but let's go back a few years. Prince George, well, I don't know how old he is now. It's a good film as well. It's a great film. I love the fact you're not getting it, though. You normally get it straight away. What do those kids haven't got? The other rich, okay, take that on a step further. No. What are they? They're kids, but what are they? Well, let's assume they'd all just been born. Let's assume they'd all just been born. So Jaden Smith, Simon Northwest, Knox and Vivian, Jolie Pitt, Prince George. Let's assume they'd all been born. That would make them something, and then think about their status. You're close with the rich kids. You're close with the rich kids. Kids in America. That's a film. Puppets. Oh, Becky, you're getting warmer. She isn't, by the way. It's me being sarcastic. Here we go. Oh, I don't want to say anything. I'm after accuracy here, folks. Some people are very smart. I'm after accuracy. What's the name of the film I'm looking for? It's the name of the film I'm looking for, folks. Oh, I'll see. Oh, come on. You're nearly there. You're so close. You're so close. You don't know what it's called. Someone's going to know what it's called, Polly. You've sown this. Trust me, someone's going to know what it's called. Oh, no, Tracy. Oh, you lot, honestly. It's a great film as well. It's a great film. Just waiting for the comments to feed through. Some of you might have got it already because they're coming through here. They're not coming on here. What's the film? You're so close. Hey. Natalie Pickering. Natalie Pickering. Well done. Round of applause, Natalie. $1 Million Baby. $1 Million Baby, innit? Great film with Hilary Swank. Greatest name in Hollywood. Natalie. Well done, Natalie. That's fantastic. Good work. Gonna get it then. I was going to do another film. Well done, Natalie. I'm impressed. Very impressed. I so much prefer doing this on my phone. I don't know why. You know when you got it first. Oh, don't start me that, Kim. How could you have got it? It didn't come up on my screen. Oh, man. Oh shit. How's that happen then? Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're right. So how did I miss you in that, Kim? Oh, mate, how did I miss you? It wasn't. Oh dear. Sorry, Kimmy. Well, I'll tell you what. You're both winners in my eyes. Kim, all right, Trace, leave it out. Natalie, sorry, Natalie, you didn't get it first. It was Kim, darling, as you can see on the thread. Sorry, Natalie. Tell you what, Natalie, you can. I'll give you something. I don't know. I'll work out something for you, Natalie. But it was Kim that won it. To be fair, it was Kim. I think Kim's already chosen her. Kim, have you chosen her already? I can't remember. Oh, look at them both. No, lovely people you are. Look at that. This is what's happening. This is what COVID's doing for us all. Look at this. Normally, Kim and Natalie have been having a row now, haven't they? They've been honestly, they'd be pulling hair out, scratching each other, chinning each other in the street, wouldn't they? But no, because of this lockdown, look at them. They're saying, no worries, no, you have it. No, you have it. Well done, Kim. Look at that. Girls kiss. I mean, not in a sick way, obviously. Not in a, going to give a chlamydia? What? Yes, give it to Natalie. All right, I'm giving it to Natalie. I'm giving it to Natalie. Because I think Kim has. Natalie, you get to choose. What poem did you do? I know you chose one, Kim, didn't you? Can't remember what poem you chose. Anyway, Natalie, you get to choose tomorrow's poem. Today's, by the way, is Friends, which I'm going to do in a minute. Careful what I'm going to give it. yeah. But well done, Natalie. Well done, Natalie and Kim, actually. And someone else got it as well. So well done, those of you who's got it. Well done. Very good. Very impressed. Very impressed indeed. Give a $1 million back. It's good. Did you like the clue? The way I did it? It's quite good. Lots of us can't see on here. You. Lots of us can't see or hear me. Don't get it. Maybe I need to hang on. What's going on then? I don't know. Why can't you see or hear me, people? Sorry. That must be shit, doesn't it? How can you not see or hear me? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's put this here. Anyway, let's do it. What I'm doing is I'm going on my phone as well. So I'm on phone as well now. It was a great film, wasn't it? We need an innuendo poem. Bloody hell. Anyway, you didn't win it, did you? Is it better? Can you all see and hear me now? Because I'm doing it from. I wonder why that is. I'm doing it from my phone as well, and luckily, at least they're synced, which is good news. So wave. You want to do a wave? Okay, how are you doing? But seriously, those who couldn't see me before, can you see me now? Oh, James, here we go. I've just returned and got me. I think it's because I've got it on my phone. I don't know. Who knows? I think when I do it through StreamYard, for some reason, some of you can't see me. I don't know why that is. I'm a bit confused. I don't know. I'll have to speak to them and find out what's going on. But you've all got me now. That's the main thing. I'm streaming on both. It's not affecting the sound, is it? All okay now. So some of you couldn't see me before. Well, thanks for being patient. Oh yeah, it's good here. Good to be patient. But it's funny because on my computer I've got 24 of you. On my phone there's only 3. I don't know. Does my nuts in all this. So pleased to see you got awesome call centre words. Mate, you got to do what you can do, haven't you? You got to do what you can do, Kai, I don't know how I'm going to make I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. It was like I had two cameras going. I have now. You joking? I have got two cameras going now. And how does that affect you? What does it sound like? Sorry to do all this, but it's the price of getting guests on. You see, I've got two cameras going now. I've got my phone, and I've got the obviously the computer. So I don't know. What's it like? I don't know. Let's do something. Let's play some music. I hope it's not gonna. Oh, I know it's gonna happen. Oh God, you're probably gonna. Are you getting twice the sound? Not affecting sound. Well, that's good. It's only showing 5 on Facebook. I'll follow it. Yeah. How bizarre. You can see and hear me perfectly. There's two of me. Shut up, Chloe. Such a clown. Right, here we go. It's time for the music. You know how this works. John Burdett. Hello, mate. Max. Hello, Mark. Oh, all these people coming out of the woodwork. Hello, folks. How you doing? Good to see you. Just in time for the music quiz. Music quiz. Music intro. You know how it works. I'm going to play a music intro. You need to give me the title of the song and the artist. All right, so here we go. Be good to see if you get this. Here we go. Hello, cuz. You hear this? It's a long intro, isn't it? I didn't realize it was so long. Gives you time to work it out. What's the song? And the artist in full. In this proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. Oh Christ, Lauren. Well, Lauren, I mean, straight in there, isn't she? Lauren Mousey, she's just straight in there, mate. Both artists. Can't, what can you do? She's done it, mate. She was the first one, didn't she? Well done, Lauren. What can I say? Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, cuz. How you doing, mate? Lauren's got it, mate. I'm so impressed. So impressed. Can't argue that. So, Lauren, you get to choose again. You get to add to the guest list. I won't say choose a guest. Wasn't Gabrielle? Paul Peter Gabriel, yeah. I won't say choose a guest because there's a backlog of guests, as you know. We know we've got a backlog of guests, and some of them, not going to lie to you, they're struggling to get over. Yeah, what's his name? Barry Manilow said he's struggling. He said, Gerry, I'd love to come over there, but I'm struggling to get a flight over, really struggling to get flights over. I really want to come see you. That's what he said. Yeah. And Prince was like, oh, yeah, I'd love to come on your show, but I just need to sort some things out. That's what he said, So, Lady Gaga, she's coming apparently. I'm a radio presenter, don't you know? You know, hey, Lauren. If you are, I'm going to have to put an embargo on you. Steve Dawson, Lauren's taking your crown, mate. See. Annette Jones, hello, Annette. I'll say that's how I know you. Annette. Annette, do I know you? I'm looking at your little picture. Do we know each other? Let me know. Hello, Loretta. Hello, my darling. How you doing? You all right? Where you been? How you doing? Lovely guy. What a lovely guy. You got me now, didn't you have me before? I wonder what that's all about. I sound like that. I did sound a bit like I thought that when I was doing the impression of Barry Manilow. I did think to myself, I sound a bit normal like Donald Trump here. I'd rather have Barry Manilow as president. He couldn't do any worse, could he? Nutter. Nutbag. So, right, folks, it's time, isn't it? For something else. A reading, I think. What should I do? So I'll do the book, then I think I'll do the book, then the poem. Because the book's always a little bit, as you know, I don't know where the book's going to go in terms of its seriousness. And I don't like to leave on a, oh, Steve, you wouldn't have got that though, would you, Steve? Don't sulk. Don't sulk. Lauren and you're both the same, mate. You're both as bad or as good as each other. But Steve, if you want to go, mate, of course you can. Especially now, because Lauren's got it, she's. I don't think you got that, though, not as quickly as Lauren did. She got it straight away, mate. Right, anyway, it's time for the book. It's time for the book. It will be once I sort this out. Right. So, the next chapter is entitled The Big Challenge. Okay, and here we go. Move that over there so I can read the bloody thing. All right. We were granted a special day to go and look around our proposed secondary school. We had two choices in our catchment area, as most of you will know. We had Thirstable, which was in Tiptree, the home of jam, and Plume, which was in Malden, the home of the sea. The majority of the village went to Thirstable, and only about 10% of year fives went to Plume. To be honest, I was quite relieved when my foster parents and parents alike decided they'd rather I go to Plume than Thirstable. Every child is terrified of secondary school. The feeling, I imagine, is not unlike the anticipation of being sent to prison. There would be bigger boys there, boys who wouldn't be impressed by my smart-ass comments and less convinced that my point of difference made me a hard nut. No, I would be exposed as a fraud I was and promptly beaten up. This seemed like a very real possibility. And add to that this was the late 70s when the far-right parties were gaining momentum, I was genuinely terrified. Plume, however, represented what I saw as the lesser of two evils. I'd heard tales of Thirstable and hard boys and racism. Add to this that in the fourth year at Plume, there was a black boy, and I knew where I wanted to be. I figured out that if he'd made it alive, then there was hope for me. This may all seem odd now, but it was very real to me back then. So Plume it was, and we boarded the coach nervously for our induction visit. The bus took the route it would take on a normal school day, picking up children from neighbouring villages en route, like Goldhanger and Darcy. The first village proved to be an advantage as we occupied the back seat. Yes, the back seat, the higher ground, pole position. This meant that it was the other kids who boarded nervously and had to look at us sitting proudly at the back. The bravado had begun in earnest. It worked in primary school, so why not now? One village in particular contained its fair share of likely lads, and when they got on, they didn't look nervous. They looked down the bus at us and came to sit as close as they could and didn't allow us to intimidate them. This, as early as preschool visit, provided the first challenge. One of them, a strawberry blonde, fizzy-haired kid with freckles, was the first of them to speak. But what came out came as something of a surprise to me. He said, "You're Gerry, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah, how did you know about me?" He said, "I've heard. I'm Dean." And at this, he extended his hand to me, and that was that. I learned shortly afterwards that he was the main boy in Goldhanger and had something of a reputation as one not to be messed with. But he'd come to me and extended the hand of friendship in the language of prepubescent boys. This meant I had the high ground. This meant by definition that I was in fact harder than him. The rest of the journey passed wonderfully with me and my newfound confidence. The day held no fears for me, or at least the bus journey didn't. I could now relax and concentrate on the more important issue of girls, or girls I didn't know, or more importantly, girls who didn't know me. As it happens, there weren't any of note on the bus, but it was early days. We arrived at the school and were stared at like exhibits by the host kids. Every step we took was noted by one class or another. It seemed that my movements were of particular interest, but that's the legacy of being different. It's a kind of paranoia that goes with the territory. Some call it a chip on the shoulder, but you really have to walk a mile in those shoes to fully understand. Nonetheless, the day passed painlessly and returned home unscathed. For my part, I felt that it was all definitely the school for me, and so it turned out to be. So yeah, guys, that was my first up Plume experience, as many of you will know. And yeah, I had a great time there, and that's the excerpt from the book. You guys, a lot of you were there. A lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you were on that school bus with me. Some of you will have met when I got to school, but in some way, form, or another, we've all experienced it. And those who didn't come from my area, well, you know what it's like. I'm sure you've gone through that as well. But it was all good. It was all good as it turned out. And I'm here to tell the tale. So let's do the poem. Let's do the poem as requested by Ian. I hope you're still watching, Ian. Hello, Julian. How are you? Julian, you're right. In fact, weren't you from Goldhanger, Julian, or was it Darcy? I think Julian or Darcy. No, I can't remember. One of the two, wasn't it? One of the two. So you'll know what I'm talking about. So let me just pull this up. Here we go. So the poem, as I said, was Friends. When it comes up. So here we go. We all have friends, don't we? You know someone upon you whom rely, who offers a shoulder upon which to cry, who'll be by your side in the blink of an eye. We all have friends, don't we? See, family are good and they'll usually be there, but friends have no duty, but they choose to care. So in your moments of darkest despair, it's your friends to whom you turn. For better or for worse, with thick and thin, you know one of them will usually call in and forgive you no matter how daft you've been. This is one thing I've learned. And longevity isn't always a must, because although it takes years to build up the trust, that same friendships can be left in the dust if the wrong words or sentiments offered. You know what it's like, the wrong thing is said, and those words like percussion echo in your head. You're no friend of mine, that's what you said. if only you'd just been bothered. Not to hear the words, but where they came from, which was a place of true love, not delivered with aplomb. Words meant to soothe, not drop like bombs and with devastating effect. They too are humans and they have their flaws. Their mouths linked to their brain. They're not inside yours. So just think for a moment and take a long pause before you move on to the next. Because those friends you played with bat and with ball, and those you now think, drink with, and love most of all, are the same friends who you need through life's rise and falls. So make sure you're there when they call. But not just through hardship, and I've moved the page too quickly, not through hardship and the times dim and grey, or days when the reaper passes your way, but the ones who are there each and every day are surely the best friends of all. Maybe your friends who are sitting alone who don't have the foresight to pick up the phone. So think for a moment, you're not on your own. Maybe they'd welcome your voice. Because work and time can so often divide. So don't get stuck around the time and the tide. There was a time you both chose to take this long ride. Your friendship was also their choice. And as the years pass and we look at our files, we should look at the pages and offer a smile, for they've not diminished through all of our trials, and these never run out of data. You've built up these friendships through all of these years. You've shared your hopes, your dreams, and your fears. You've laughed and fought and dried each other's tears, and will do, I hope, for much later. So think of your friends like a movable feast. Your life is a jigsaw, and they make every piece. Without them, your picture is incomplete, and that will never do. So whether new friends or those from your past, nurture your friendships, make sure they last. For life, I've noticed, is going real fast. We all have friends, don't you? So that was my friend's poem, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's quite a long one, that, wasn't it? It's quite a long one. As requested by Ian Smith. I hope you enjoyed it, Ian. I'm going to re-record that, as always. So I'm going to re-record that and separately. I'll put it on YouTube and upload it separately without the little errors that I inevitably make, because it's all live, isn't it? It's all live, folks. Live TV. It's not TV. Don't pick up your part, yeah. So, guys, wow, that seems to have gone quite quickly. Sorry for the glitches. I hope you all managed to sort of see in the end. I'm still in the wrong bloody place on my computer. It's weird because I genuinely don't know. I've got my phone on. I've got my PC on. I don't know. You like that? You like that, Loretta? I'm glad you liked it. So, yes, anyway, I hope you all got to see it in the end. I'm sorry about the beginning if you didn't see or hear. But thanks for sticking with it, because I probably wouldn't have me, because I've got no patience, firstly. So thank you so much, guys. So Natalie, well, Kim and Natalie, but Natalie gets to choose the poem, and Lauren gets to choose the guest. So send me a message if you haven't put it already. I'll look back through the cheers, Jackie. I'll look back through the comments anyway. But if you haven't chosen already, just send me later. Send me a message. In the meantime, enjoy your Fridays. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a guest. I'm not sure. Can't promise. I might even have a guest you haven't requested. Like, you know, when Stevie Wonder turned up, that was a surprise, wasn't it? Who knows? I might have just haven't requested. Who knows? Let's see how we go. But for now, a wonderful Friday evening. Thanks for tuning in, and love you all. See you tomorrow. See you later, guys. Cheers. Oh, I've had Mexican tacos stuff, nacho, whatever. It was nice. See you later. Still here.